lot of speed out there, Chris. Should be a track meet tonight. You played in a number of systems. Did you prefer a faster game or a slower pace?
Oh, I preferred the fastest game. That's why I love the West Coast play. Now, you got some teams changing that, especially when you look at Milwaukee and Toronto. They play like West Coast teams, but, oh, I love the West Coast style of play, and I love playing fast. It's a lot more fun for everyone.
It is. Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Fantastic vision. I mean, Bron always cognizant of everyone around him.
Pass to McGee. James outside. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Lakers working the ball around now. The shot's good. From McGee.
Well, that's where McGee makes his living. On the interior, it makes them a much more effective offense when he's able to contribute in the painted area.
Now here's Hayward. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Boston, no good that time either. To the inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Here's Brown. McGee with the block. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Celtics now. 6-point game. Brown wide open. He fires. And the three off target.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. And Chris, later this season, LeBron James likely to surpass Kobe Bryant for third on the all-time scoring list.
And that might be a bittersweet moment for Lakers fans, Kevin. I mean, a lot of diehard Kobe supporters who've long held that the Mamba, not LeBron, is the heir apparent to Jordan.
It's stolen by Green. The drive by LeBron. And the shot goes in. James has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Now here is Davis. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Back to Davis. LeBron outside. Clock at 6. Shoots over Walker. Misses off the right eye. Celtics trail by 12. Brown outside. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's LeBron. And he makes good on the layup. We've got great athletes tonight, Brent. Much of this game we think will be above the rim.
This is going to be fantastic. I hope we get out into some fast breaks where these guys have an opportunity to get their feet together, rise up, and get the fan. Not only them getting up, Kevin, but the fans getting up out of their seats.
You and I will be getting up, though. We'll be standing up.
You for sure will be up.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and it's sent back by Lopez. Here's Giannis, and the shot goes in.
Well, playmaking and scoring, that's what Giannis is up to here tonight.
Caldwell Pope outside. Outside, Green. Pass to James. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range. No good on that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. To the right side. From outside the arc. Ball's knocked loose. But he recovers it. Here's DiVincenzo. Fires the three. And James pulls it down. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's McGee. For three, Caldwell Pope. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis inside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Now here's LeBron. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Another shot. Good D by Lopez.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and game is fully in their control.
Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age, and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade. Well, the name of the game for the Bucks is defense. Very tough at the rim and challenging shooters. They have good length, obviously, out there on the wings, let alone Giannis all by himself. But defense, a big reason why last year they were able to collect 60 wins.
Now here's Antetokounmpo, and here's Matthews, the three. LeBron grabs the miss. High post, Davis. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Hill with it. He's picked up by James. The The shot by Middleton, wide open. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Brent, with this Bucks defense, when they're locked in, they're tough.
Well, not only do they defend, they had the best effective field goal percentage against last year. They seal off the defensive possession with the rebound. They were a top rebounding team, second in blocks in the league. As a whole package, the Milwaukee Bucks present a unique problem. Good on defense and hard to match up with Giannis on the other side offensively.
Back to James. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, the combination of power and finesse, it just is automatic when LeBron gets down low, one of the most efficient paint players in the game.
Pass to Lopez. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Hits it from three-point range. Giannis has got 9.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
There's 1:38 left here in the opening quarter. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Size and speed and force of LeBron James is something to behold. And he just seems to be getting better and better. That is scary.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
As soon as Davis realizes that he has the chance to drive, he seizes it. You could tell the defense, they weren't in position at all.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
They get the rebound. And Hill has it in the corner. The Bucks working the ball around. Lopez with the ball. And it's Howard picking him up. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Korver. Lopez left side. Now here is Hill. On the wing, Korver. They double him with Green. And stolen by James. Now the Lakers on the break. Davis has got the ball. 2 points. That one goes.
What vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide open teammate.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The kick out to Hill. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
On the wing, Green. They get it again. And it's Davis missing.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Milwaukee shooting their second and third free throws tonight. The first free throw is good.
What improvement we saw during Giannis Antetokounmpo's first few years in the league. Went from raw to ridiculous in a hurry.
What a shot!
Oh, yes!
Amazing!
That one counts.
Unreal.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard, as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
And it's Connaughton missing. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. 9-point game. Pass to Kuzma. Over Ilyasova. They shoot again. And there's a nice layup by Kuzma.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injuries.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
Rebounded by Korver. Milwaukee leading by 7. Hill. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
George Hill looked pretty good going to the rim that time, not thrown off stride, and he created a nice shot opportunity.
Pass to Rondo. Here's Caruso. Lopez covering for 3. Caldwell Pope. And nothing seems to work as that one misses, and he's 0 for 5. And the dunk by Lopez.
And George Hill recognizing when his man was open, an effective pass that time.
And stolen by Ilyasova. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Inside. Outside for Korver. Drills it from outside. Korver's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks.
Once Korver establishes himself, he fires that without any hesitation.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Caruso. Lakers working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Caldwell Pope. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George. To see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Pass to Green. Now McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
1:46 left in the first half of the game.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Stolen by McGee. Pass to Davis. 11 feet away. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Davis has got 5 points so far.
Well, AD has the green light, trust me. In this offensive system, he can shoot the ball whenever he wants.
For three, Middleton. Back to Matthews. McGee on the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Lakers have possession. Lakers trail by 14. Pass to Kuzma. Outside, Green. LeBron with it. Back to Green. McGee with it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
So he gets them both. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 12. Middleton outside. Outside Matthews. Back to Korver. 6 to shoot. For 3, Middleton. Rebounded by the Lakers. Pass to LeBron. From the corner. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor. The Bucks have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. 11 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Cook. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. We'll return shortly. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Lakers trail by 11.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
It's back to Hill. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Over in the corner, Matthews. Here's the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
Howard. It's good on the putback.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And it's good. 2 points.
Sprinting up the floor and beating everyone down. That's the reward for Chris Middleton.
And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Pass to Ilyasova. Tries from 10. That one goes. Count it. And now it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
Even before the ball gets to him, you can see Ilyasova start to position himself, gets his feet set, a good foundation to let it fly.
Back to Green. James with it to the inside. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Oh, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him. Milwaukee with the ball. Back to Lopez. Doubled by Howard. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. Pass to LeBron. And the wide open shot from Green. The second effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know how physical Howard is down there. When he's going up with his shot, he is expecting contact.
At the number of trades now starting to involve stars, it feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Pass to Kuzma. It's rebounded by Ilyasova.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And that's the hustle you love seeing from Kuzma. When he moves like that, he is tough to guard.
Back to Lopez. To the paint. Pass to Connaughton. And here is Lopez. Just 5 on the clock. And the turnover again by Milwaukee. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the 2nd time, just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year. Training camp, establishing that type of confidence, it carried them through for the entire year.
And the Lakers with possession here. 8-point game. Outside Bradley. To the middle. Here's Dudley. He can't get that one. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talked a lot about Bud ball. You add Giannis Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play. They really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Los Angeles, they have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Bucks leading by 11. Giannis outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, there's Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
James misses. And the Bucks with possession here. At one point, they led by 16. Bucks passing it around. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Bucks have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12. And the technical free throw is good.
And the veteran Korver, one of the deadliest outside shooters of all time.
Here's Lopez. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Fires for 3. A rebound by the Lakers. Caldwell Pope with it. Outguarded by Giannis. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight line speed. And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. Down low. Stolen by McGee. And here's Green outside. Lopez grabs the board. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one good for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 19 points.
Yeah, Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, and just terrorizing the Heat.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here is Cook. Pass to Caruso. LeBron James on the wing. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And it's Davis with the jam.
A terrific flush from Anthony Davis there. When he's given room to fly like that, he's going to take off.
Over in the corner, Matthews. And here is Ilyasova. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot. To the inside. And the basket by Hill.
The rhythm and timing right there, impeccable, and the experience of George Hill to recognize when to shoot off of the pass.
And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. On defense, Milwaukee. 10-point lead. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Out to the wing. Here's Cook. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
More and more, it's about the maturation process of Giannis and his game, learning now how to sell defenders with pump fakes.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
Jumps up. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I don't know, 2 strides, 3 strides, what was that? Giannis covering some ground.
Pass to Green. Now McGee. Caldwell Pope with it. He's guarded by Hill. From deep, Green. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Pass to Lopez. Shoots over McGee. Here's Giannis. Over in the corner, Matthews. Outside Hill. Second shot opportunity. No good on the shot. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Here's LeBron. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. So both teams making some changes here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. That one no good. Lakers trail by 7. Here's Caldwell Pope.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
They kick it out to Green. And the Lakers turn it over again.
Now that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And the Lakers making a change here. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Bucks. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, go ahead and get in front of that if you want to. Man, what a dunk by Giannis.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agreed, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. McGee with the block. And Davis now top of the key. Rebound, Milwaukee.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Wesley Matthews on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Lakers trail by 7. Pass to McGee. Lakers passing it around. Here's Green. Caldwell Pope outside. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
On the wing, Giannis. Middleton. The kick out to Matthews. Milwaukee, no good that time either. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all...
Oh, that was
huge! Incredible. He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Davis.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
Pass to McGee. Back to Davis. Count that one.
As soon as Davis receives the ball, you just know he's going to take it at the D. And the basket there was big.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
You got to be careful once LeBron breaks the seal of the free throw line. There's a lot of power and a lot of muscle coming at you. Usually it ends up with free throws.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Los Angeles with another miss. Now Giannis. Davis with some nice D.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, as good as AD already is, to think that there's still upside to his game, it's really remarkable. Athletic, talented, and continues to work hard to maximize his talents.
And so the Bucks take the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And tonight, two experienced teams, Chris. We're going to see what's something you learned as a veteran that you wish you had known as you were just entering the NBA.
It's one thing that you could not have learned, and that's pacing. How to pace yourself during the game. As a rookie, you're playing, coming from college, and the game is so slow in college. And when you come to the NBA, you figure, wait a minute, this 24-second shot clock, that's not much. But you realize after about 4 times up and down the court, wait a minute, how do I figure this out? How do I switch gears? How do I lock in and play defense and then run my butt off to the other end as fast as I can to get an easy layup? And a lot of those things is not about being in shape, but the mentality and understanding how to take advantage of the next play.
Yeah, I like it. Anthony on the wing. Over Harkless. And that one hits back iron.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they've got to show some more aggression.
Yeah, and the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Here's Anthony. The shot that time, not on target. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And that one's good. Beverly.
And the quick feet of Beverly really jetting it down the open court for a high percentage opportunity.
Pass to Bazemore. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Zubats. Leonard. And the layup is good.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's all about establishing a rhythm. I mean, you start to see it fall, you begin to believe.
And so Bazemore will bring it up for Portland.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons. He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Wants to get it to Zubats, and does. He gets that one. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on the offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
And here's McCollum. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. And here is Anthony. Over Harkless. And again, it's Portland converting.
And what a smooth release on that shot. Melo is money in the bank from there.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable match. Up on the floor.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. To the inside. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Here's Simons. Lots of room. The rebound by Patterson.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
5 on the clock. Here's Bazemore. Here's Brown. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
The offensive rebound. Williams can't get it to go. Here's McCollum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. I mean, you wonder, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the one.
Here's Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Bazemore. No one around him. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
And the basket by McCollum.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside, Green. Back to Williams. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shoots the 3. Lillard with the rebound. Pass to Bazemore. Lays it up and banks it in. Bazemore's got 8.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah. And I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
So it's Portland now. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history. Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. To the wing on the left. Inside. Stolen by Zubac. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Back to George. Pass to Beverly. Now here's Harkless. And here's Leonard. And stolen by Bazemore. Here's Anthony. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him, throwing a oop. I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look, and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them. And then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open, because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that could pass, and also guys that will say, hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
Portland leading by 4. Lillard attacking. Misses from close range.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name on the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
Pass to Trent. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up.
Last season, Kevin, the Blazers making the conference finals for the first time in almost 2 decades. Many didn't think they'd make it out the first round after the injury to their center, Yusuf Nurkic. Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
That evens the score. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
See Webb Nurkic with that nasty leg injury in late March. That's the second time in 3 seasons that he'd suffered an injury right before the playoffs.
Oh, Kevin, that injury was so gruesome, and it happened in the midst of his best season so far. I mean, he was becoming that third-star caliber player that they needed. They're hoping this time they'll hit the playoffs at full strength.
They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
Pass to Magruder. Outside Williams. It's tipped. Lillard up top. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game. Bounce pass Anthony. It's McCollum on the wing.
Oh, look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
And it's Shamet missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
Nobody near Lillard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Down low. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 6 points for Lillard.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Pass to Magruder. Harrell with it. Here's Shamet. On the wing, Williams. There's the triple. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. McCollum outside. Outside Anthony. And they double up Whiteside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Bazemore. Puts up a 3. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter, and hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Shamet on the wing. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got 7.
And sometimes you just got to assume every 3 McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, Williams. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Over Lillard.
You got to appreciate watching Lillard give his all on D, showing a real desire to prove on this end.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Portland leading by 4. Pass to Whiteside. Now Lillard. Anthony right side. McCollum outside. Wants to get it back to White. Wow, hammering it in.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny. Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Brown. Excellent D there from George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 5. And stolen by Bazemore. Ahead. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 starts in the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Here's Mann. Pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Buries it from three-point range. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Now Little. Here's Trent. Fires the 3. Connects from three-point range. Trent's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Count that one.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Pass to Magruder. Outside, George. Harrell trying to free himself up. Harrell on the follow.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. The league has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. Players leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Ramses just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play, if anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call a ticky-tack a flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, the shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now, what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach that's only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
And Los Angeles with some changes.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Pass to Azania. Shot clock at 6. The 8-footer. And Portland again with the bucket. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Harkless. Unable to get that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. .51 seconds left in the third. Here's Trent. Defended by Beverly. A nice shot by Simons. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Pass to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And Hezonja gets it to go. Clippers trail by 9. Now here's Williams. Pass to Patterson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
This is his first free throw of the game. And Patterson drops them both. 12 seconds left to play in the third. Lillard attacking. And that one drops for him. Lillard's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving the shot.
And so it's Portland ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Clippers trail by 9.
Hey, right here.
Now Beverly. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. To the paint. And Harrell slams it in.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
To the middle. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 5. Beverly looking around. Pass to Harrell. Back to Beverly. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Oh, and Beverly's a guy who loves physical contact. He really tries his best to absorb the contact on his shots to draw these fouls.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bazemore. Back to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Shot clock at 5. Kept alive. Whiteside. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Tips it up. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game. Trailblazers leading by 5. Pass to Bazemore. Inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
And the Clippers making a switch here.
Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. his play, his presence, Kevin. He's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
Back to Whiteside. Pass to Bazemore. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Chris, you were talking about the presence of Lillard. Very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. I mean, he's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. I mean, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
Whiteside, high post. Pass to Bazemore. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The free throw dropped for Bazemore. Los Angeles making a switch here. And so Bazemore nails both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And stolen by Whiteside. Here's McCollum. Finished off the break. McCollum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and the blinding quickness right there on display from McCollum. He excels at leaking out and capitalizing in the open floor.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Back to Whiteside. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Free throw line jump shot. Rebound by Harrell.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Pass to Williams. Now here's Harrell. There's the double team from Whiteside. Whiteside George. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles calls timeout. Trailblazers making a switch here. On the wing, George. No good on the 3.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Clippers trail by 7. No good with the layup. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. And Lillard gets double teamed. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Leonard brings the double team. Leonard with the steal. Here's Beverly. Drops in the breakaway layup. Beverly's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, just the silky shot from Beverly. He's so good at hitting these important shots.
Outside Leonard. Over in the corner, Harkless. Pass to Beverly. And here is Williams. Covered by Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
And the Clippers making a change here. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
And Lillard gets double teamed. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Clippers now. Here's George. Everly with the ball. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound by Anthony. Pass to Lillard. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McCollum left side. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback. And
the Clippers call time here. They're down by 6. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
Still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, right now it's technically a 2-possession game, but that means you'll have to hit 2 threes without your opponent scoring again.
23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Harkless. No good from outside. And he commits the intentional foul. Here's McCollum. In the corner, Bazemore with it. And they go to the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 11 seconds left in the game. Pass to Zubac. Here's George. Can't hit the free throw line jump. And so it's Portland winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Happy New Year!
Or